Hi everybody, welcome to my Big Tidy Up. My name is DeDe. Thanks for coming by today. Now today what I have planned is some decluttering. But this isn't the kind of decluttering you're used to me doing. This isn't me going through my closet because I've bought too many navy colored shirts that I need to get rid of, or going through my decor because maybe I bought some things I didn't need at Home Goods. Nope, this is a different kind of decluttering. Now I don't know if this sounds familiar to you, but expired. There's a commercial happening right now where there's an aunt looking into the refrigerator and things are expired and she's letting the homeowners know about it. Well, I'm going to be going through my home and getting rid of all the expired items I have. But here's the thing. We think of expired items as what's in our refrigerator or what's in our pantry, but there are so many things that are in our homes that expire that we don't even think about. And once I started researching this and consulting with some professionals, I was blown away. So I am going to go and do a full clean sweep of my home today, and I'm going to get rid of expired things that I didn't even know did expire. And that's what's happening today. I appreciate you joining me today. So let's start going through getting rid of things that have gone bad or soon going bad in my home, and let's get tidy. Okay, Tidy Uppers, I am ready to get this party started. I've got my declutter basket ready. And you know, next to the kitchen, this room has more things that can expire than any other room in my home. And I was really totally shocked. So I've got different areas, different categories, and I'm just gonna get started on each one of them right now. Now, the first area in the bathroom that may have expired items, we all pretty much know about, and that has to do with our dental care. Now, I did consult with a dentist and I asked him, how often should we be trading our toothbrushes out? And he informed me that every 3 months you should discard your old toothbrushes and bring out new toothbrushes. I also inquired about a wives' tale that I had heard. Every time you're sick, you should automatically throw out all of your toothbrushes and start again. He informed me that wasn't necessary as long as you put some mouthwash or some antiseptic over your toothbrush after you've been sick, everything is fine. Now, regarding toothpaste, open toothpaste actually does expire. After a year, if you have an open tube of toothpaste, you need to discard it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who has an open tube of toothpaste for a whole year? Exactly. So if you've got an open tube of toothpaste, you probably need to not watch my Big Tidy Up, but get to the dentist. However, a lot of us have little travel supplies, and sometimes maybe you don't go somewhere very often, or you just use a little bit and it gets thrown in a drawer. If you've had it a year, it needs to be gone. Up next, shampoos, conditioners, body washes, and shower gels. Now these I'm just putting in one group together because the guidelines for all of these products are basically the same. If they're unopened, 3 years. If they're opened, 1 year. Now, on the back of a lot of products you'll see, cosmetics, skincare, you will see a little open jar. Now, when you see that little open jar on the back of a product, that lets you know how long it's good for from the first time you open it up. Now, the products I have here today don't have any here by my tub, but I did speak to a stylist and I said, what do you do if you suspect maybe your products aren't good anymore, but there's not a date to check? Well, they said there's several things you can do. You can do a visual check, look for any separation, if your products got lumpy or cloudy or discolored. You can do a smell test. I know that sounds crazy, but smell it and see if the fragrance is just as vibrant as it was before or if it's lost some of its scent. And the last thing you can do is take a small portion and make a small lather in your hand, because if your products are starting to go bad, the lathering agent will too, and it won't lather like it used to. Well, one thing I've learned as I've been preparing for this video, I've definitely been keeping my loofahs and bath sponges way too long. I've just been keeping them till they start looking raggedy and then I throw them out. But research has shown that these plastic mesh loofahs, we should be trading those out every 6 weeks, and the natural loofahs and natural sponges every 2 to 4 weeks. Up next, skincare and lotions. Now, as I was doing some checking on a lot of these products, I really did learn a lot of cool facts, but here's the deal. They weren't like rocket science facts or anything like that. It was just basic common sense stuff. But you know, when you're busy living your life, you don't always think about things like that. Like, for example, if I buy my skincare products in a tube or a bottle, I am so much better off than if I buy them in a jar, because anytime your product is exposed to more air or a foreign object, like your hands going in to retrieve some of the product, they're going to get contaminated quicker and expire quicker. And I didn't even put that together. Now, I know I have a lot of lotions. I've got to go through these, check the dates, see what's good. I know I've had a lot of these for a long time. Don't judge me. Okay, that's 3 years old. Yep, over 3 years old. So I just need to go through, and I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of these items that I know I've had way too long.
Split in two, hope you're fine. Ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the bar.
Another little tidbit that I want to share with you guys that I learned from someone who oversees an entire cosmetic department in a drugstore shared with me that if you buy a skincare product that has vitamin C in it, once that is opened, it has a 30-day shelf life, because once that vitamin C is exposed to light, it starts to break down. So if you purchase anything with vitamin C, as far as a cosmetic goes, make sure that you are prepared to have it all used before 30 days. Well, since I'm already over here at the vanity, I'm just going to dive in and take care of my makeup too, even though I don't want to. The thing is, I know I have expired makeup, but actually I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to get rid of the expired makeup because I'm going to have to replace it. Now this one says 30 months, so I do think I got a snowball's chance that that is still good, so I'll be keeping that. But as I was researching, you know one thing I found out? I found out that we're supposed to wash our brushes and sponges once a week. Am I the only one that hasn't been doing that? I just use that little sponge till she just can't take it anymore. And speaking of not taking it anymore, I really think I've had this blush at least 10 years. Now, I've learned that expiration dates regarding cosmetics do vary a lot, but one expiration date that's been pretty consistent all the way across the board has to do with mascara and eyeliner. If you have mascara or liquid eyeliner where your brush goes in and out of a tube, those expire in 3 months. Now, if you have a pencil eyeliner where it rolls up or you can sharpen it, those you can go for 6 months, but the mascara rule has been pretty consistent. My goal of this video is to get you the most accurate information I could possibly find. That's why I've been trying to consult with experts and professionals, so you know what that means. That means I needed to speak to an optometrist, so I did, and I wanted to get their take on the makeup. And they had 2 suggestions. Suggestion number 1, please do not share any of your eye makeup with anyone else. Do not share your mascara, your eyeliner, or your eyeshadow to help prevent cross-contamination. And the second suggestion, if you have any signs of any kind of eye infection, please discontinue the use of the makeup and discard any makeup that you might have been using when the infection occurred. Now here's an item I must admit, guys, this was not even on my radar. It never even occurred to me that nail polish could go bad, but I did call a nail salon and spoke to a professional, and I did ask her, I said, how long does nail polish last? How long should you keep it before you get rid of it? And she said that if you'll look on the newer bottles of polish, which I don't even know if I have a newer bottle of polish. Here's a newer one. She said they do have the open jar on the back, so that does give you a date. Now this one obviously needs thrown away because air's got in there and it's leaked. But she said if you don't have a date, the general rule is to go by 2 years. So 2 years unless you start seeing a lot of clumping and separation. Now at the nail salon, they do have a professional grade thinner that they can use to extend it. But as far as just us at home using our own nail polish, her rule and suggestion was follow the bottle. If you don't have any directions on the bottle, 2 years unless you see separation. So I am going to go through mine, and I probably will have 1 or 2 nail polishes left by the time I get done.
Come undone. Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. You do. I'm not broken, I'm just...
Now before I head downstairs, there are 2 more things that I want to mention that have an expiration date, and this is one of them. Smoke detectors. I had no idea, but according to the U.S. Fire Administration, smoke detectors expire after 8 to 10 years, and they should be replaced after that time. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew they wouldn't last forever, but I was always concerned about making sure my batteries were good. But that's something to maybe keep in mind, especially if you're buying a new home and the smoke detectors are there and you don't have any idea how long they've been there. So that's one item. And the other item before I go downstairs is changing your air conditioning filters. Now, I know there's not like an expiration date, but they say you should change them within 45 to 90 days. And let me tell you, I kind of push the 90 days, but I do try to date it so that I can keep track of it, and I'm going to be taking care of mine today. Well, I finally made it downstairs and I'm in the laundry room, and I've got a few things that I need to check to see if they've expired down in here, even though most of them aren't laundry related. The first thing I do want to check are my batteries, and I want to check those flashlights that have batteries in them because this is the time to check them, not when it's dark and I'm needing them. Now, I know I have a lot of batteries, but as many as I have, I will use all of these, and batteries can last 5 to 10 years. But it's these little tiny ones for little miscellaneous things that you don't change very often that you really need to keep your eye on. Well, they say it's a good idea to learn something new every day. Well, I did that the other day when I learned that bleach can expire. I had never heard that before. But right at the 3-month mark, bleach loses some of its potency, which isn't a problem for us just doing our daily laundry. But if you're using it for cleaning and disinfecting, at 3 months, the disinfectant quality falls below the EPA standard. So if you're going to use it for cleaning and disinfecting, you need to do it before that 3 months is up. We refer to this bottom cabinet as our outdoor cabinet because we keep a lot of things that we use outside in here, such as towels for swimming. We keep our sunscreen and our bug spray in here as well. I know a lot of people may keep them in a different area, but these are a couple of items that definitely need to be checked for expiration dates. And if there isn't a date on the back, when in doubt, throw it out. Because when these items start to expire, they lose their ability to protect your skin from sun or bugs, which could be very dangerous if you think you're protected and you're really not. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about today was actually about food labels. Now, I know this video isn't about food expiration because actually this video has been about everything but food, but I thought it might be a good idea just to talk about the different ways that food are labeled. And now we all have to make our own decisions. Some people keep things a little bit longer than other people's. We all have to do what makes us comfortable. I just thought if we could talk about some of these food labels that can be confusing because it may say best used by, best used before, sell by, use by, freeze by, that we could all have a better understanding of what these guidelines mean, and then we can all make our own informed decisions on how or how long we want to store our food. So let's talk about those dates we see on the bottom of our containers of food. It's important to remember those are not safety dates. Those are just dates that the manufacturer provides to help us consumers and retailers know when the food is of best quality. Not safe quality, but when that food is at its best. And those dates, they're not even required by law. Now, when you see a date and the words best used by or before, that date indicates when the product will be of best flavor or quality. It doesn't mean that it's unsafe after that. It just means by that date, on that date, it will never taste better or fresher according to the manufacturer. Now, this one right here absolutely blew my mind because when you see the words sell by, this has nothing to do with safety. This is a date that tells the store how long to display the product for sale for inventory management. It has absolutely nothing to do with us as the consumer. Now, when you see a date and the use by words, that date is the last date recommended for use of the product while it's at peak quality. It's not a safety date, except for when it's used on infant formula. Then it is a safety date. And last but not least, freeze by. This date indicates when a product should be frozen to maintain peak quality. This isn't a purchase date or a safety date either. And if you guys want more information, you can go to the USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service. That's where I got all of this information today. Well, before I sign off, I want to show you the results of my expired declutter today. Now, I was able to free up this basket and some space in my bathroom, and off camera, I did go ahead and go through all of my prescriptions and found expired prescriptions as well. Now, my total for today, 62 expired items leaving my home. So, a pretty good declutter if I do say so myself. Well, Tidy Uppers, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope maybe you learned something new about labeling, expiration dates, or things that can expire in our own home that we aren't even aware of. And I know this was just the tip of the iceberg. I didn't cover everything. I don't even know everything that could expire. But if you do, please share it in the comments. Share your little gems with us so we can all learn together. I appreciate you being here today. Please take care of yourself. And until I see you in the next one, stay tidy.